The American All-Stars for tonight's contest will be number 4, Wallace Williams, number 5, Ronnie Joyner, number 10, Tony Webster, number 11, John Taylor, and number 14, Big Ben Anthony. The starting lineup for the USSR: number 4, Alexander Volkov, number 5, T. Sock, number 9, Valery Tikuyenko, number 11, the man mountain himself, Vladimir Tichenko, and number 13, their captain, Val Komichus.
Red, good game, fellas.
Welcome to the YMCA for the first ever Soviet tip-off on New Zealand soil. The Soviet Union playing a group of American All-Stars. Their captain, number 13, Komichus, scores the first 2 points. Wallace Williams, the American All-Stars, throws to John Taylor. Ben Anthony takes on Tichenko. Ben Anthony scores over Tichenko, 7'4", 300 pounds. A man mountain. Their captain, Komichus, scores again from the corner. Wallace Williams, it looks like the Americans are going to slow it up a little bit. Going inside, Ben Anthony being held by number 11, Tichenko.
Red, 11, hold, side.
Because Wallace throwing the ball inside to Ben Anthony. Look at the size of Tichenko behind him. Turnover by the American All-Stars. T. Sock bringing the ball up for the Soviet Union. Tikuyenko loses the ball, gets it back though. Inside to the man mountain. Tichenko takes an outside shot. T. Sock is fouled by Tony Webster. Well, Tom Hyde is the editor of basketball. Tom Hyde, the editor of Basketball Times, is in the box with me tonight. Tom, just how good are this Russian team?
Well, John, they're very good. I think it's a real privilege to be here watching them tonight when you consider that in the last 28 years, this team has never finished anything less than 3rd place in every World Championship and every Olympics. So for the last 28 years, they've been one of the best teams undisputably in the world.
Okay, thank you, Tommy. Volkov to their captain, off the board for 2. That's one of the strengths of the Soviet team. Good transition. Looks like the American All-Stars are going to bring it up slowly. John Taylor with a 3-pointer. John Taylor only gets 2 for that basket. Volkov drives to the basket, fouled by Benny Anthony. Score with 18 minutes in the first half is 6-4. Alexander Volkov to the line.
Hey, that's a 3-pointer, that last shot over there.
Makes the first one. Looks like this Russian team right now is a little bit jaded. They played 6 games, 6 tests in Australia. They beat the Australians 6 times. They flew in late last night, and they look a little tired right now. End of a long tour for them. Volkov makes the second one, makes the score 8-4. Wallace Williams played for Rotorua this year in the 2nd division, brings it up to John Taylor, gives it inside to the National League's leading scorer, Ronnie Joyner, over the top of Volkov for 2. Fine play. Komichus brings the ball up for the Soviet Union. Tony Webster challenges, double team, passes the ball out to Sock. 3 points. 3-point shot for T. Sock, Soviet Union. Wallace Williams. Here you see T. Sock scoring the 3. 17:20 to go. The score is 11 to the Soviet Union, 8 to the All-Stars. Volkov with a tip. The game is just now starting to heat up. The score is 13-8. Wallace Williams brings the ball up the right side. Pass inside to Ben Anthony. Wants to challenge Tichenko. Outside to Ronnie Joyner. Leading scorer in the league for 2. Transition game, a little sloppy. Probably taking the Soviet Union a little little time to settle in.
Side 4.
What about the strategy of the Americans' time? It seems like they're going a little slower than would be anticipated.
They're certainly not getting back on defense very quickly. We've seen the Soviets get 2 good breaks here, and only a bad pass there prevented another easy basket. The Americans are playing a man-to-man, but as individual stars, we're going to break down to one-on-one games, I think, here, John.
Money on the board here. T-Sock took it to the basket, and he barged into running corner.
5 charge inside.
Here comes T-Sock, goes right up in the air. Ronnie Joyner holding position. Gets barged. Wallace Williams bringing the ball up inside to Benny Anthony. Back out to Wallace. Wallace is very quick. Shoots a nice little 17-foot jump shot. Gets the Soviet player up in the air. Humachis, their captain. T-Sock with the ball at the top of the key. Americans are playing man-to-man. Humachis. Wallace Williams taking the ball on a fast break. Over the top to Tony Webster. A little hard, it's out of bounds. It looks like Chichenko, their man Mountain's a little tired. Takes an open shot. The big man slots one. The crowd is a little bit expectant tonight, Tommy. I think they're just kind of out of curiosity, just looking.
I think that they certainly are just looking. I think because the Soviet team is really something to look at. It's certainly their first time in New Zealand, which makes them an attraction.
On his set. Right.
Right. Foul on the drive to the basket.
Red 4 holding side of basket.
Ron Joyner will take the ball out of bounds. The referees for tonight's game, the New Zealand referee is Ken Colson, and the Soviet referee is Mikhail Davidov. The coaches for the American All-Stars, Steve McKean, his assistant, Dave McCallum. Quick hands, these Soviets. Tony Webster, the little loose pass. Big rebound by Tikienko. Volkov, one-on-one with John Taylor. Passes up nicely to T-Sock. Very good give and go. Very good understanding between these Soviet players. Here's Volkov. Passes off to T-Sock. Right to the basket for 2. Benny Anthony challenging the man down to Tikienko. Inside to Tony Webster. Over the block by Humachis. Tikienko to Humachis. Out to half court. Humachis got the ball call. No foul call. Takes it right to the basket. Puts it back in. 14 and a half minutes ago, the score is Soviet Union 19, the American All-Stars 12.
And I think at this stage, John, if I can say so, the Americans are a bit surprised by the speed of the Soviets. I think typically we think of the Soviet Union as big, slow players, but they're not that at all. They're very fast. They've got very good hands. And
Tommy, they're a very good transition game. Here comes their captain, right out, 2-on-1. Volkov to Tikienko, back to Volkov, back to Tikienko to the basket. They are an excellent transition game, and here goes the man Mountain down the court. Ronnie Joyner, scramble for the ball, and it comes out to the Americans. Substitution for the American All-Stars. We've got Jacques Tuz, Lamar Jackson, and Dan Wright coming in. The All-Stars 12, the USSR 21, mainly on transition baskets.
the Soviets are controlling the boards completely at the offensive end. The Americans are getting one shot, John, and I think that's what's going to kill them in the end. One shot, and then the break is on.
All right, Tom. Wallace Williams bringing it up to Jacques Tuz. Little loose pass. Soviet Union are putting a lot of pressure on the All-Stars. They're a lot bigger than the All-Stars. Back to Humachis, their captain. Nice spin move. Big block by Lamar Jackson. Excellent. Excellent. That's the Americans' quickness coming out of nowhere. Here goes Humachis. Good spin move up in the air. And here's Lamar to wipe it out.
Subs in.
Scores 21-12 to Soviet Union. Tikienko, ball out of bounds. Pass it into Tikienko. Out of the top to T-Sock. Wallace Williams guarded him. Inside to Volkov. Oh, good block. Excellent block by Lamar Jackson. Foul called.
White 15, pushing 2.
Inside the ball caught. There goes Lamar. Looked like he had all his hand on top of the ball. Tough call on that. Alexander Volkov to the line. Doug Stewart has checked in for the All-Stars. Volkov misses his first attempt. 13:45 to go. Soviets 21, the All-Stars, American All-Stars 12. Soft touch for the shooter. Volkov makes his second. Wallace Williams brings the ball up. Passes off to Jacques Tuz, looking inside for Dan Wright over the top. Volkov call for a push. Very cautious start here by both squads. Soviet Union, steady play. American All-Stars just getting together. Little out of sync. Jacques Tuz looked inside for Lamar Jackson. Challenges Chichinko. Gets a piece of the ball. Volkov for the rebound. Outlet to Homitis, their captain. Off to T-Sock. And 2 points. The Soviet Union are very good at transition. They get the ball up 94 feet. Wallace Williams bringing the ball up. Jacques Tuz looks like he wants head fake inside to Dan Wright. Lamar Jackson, smallest man on the floor, got that rebound. Wallace Williams, a breakaway for their captain Homitis. And he tried a little bit of fancy work and he missed it. He's trying to get fancy. I think he might have wanted to jam that one. Doug Stewart gets it on rebound. Hook shot over Chichinko. Doug Stewart hooks over 7'4", Vladimir Chichinko.
I think that's the pattern of play, John, we're going to see throughout the game. A lot of one-on-one stuff, and it's really we're going to really find out here of our American players who can play and who can in a situation like this.
Right, Tom. Right you are. Good swipe by Jacques Tuz.
Time. White.
Chichinko.
Shit.
Chichinko going up, and Jacques Tuz from behind slaps it out of his hand. American All-Stars, Ronnie Joyner is back in. Bob Helges is checked in. Denny Anthony is also back in. Challenges Gorbarov. Jam! That was a slam and jam out right on Gorbarov. Took it right to the hole. Ben Anthony. Here comes Ben Anthony. Goes right by Gorbarov, over the top, and he caps it. That's what you call a power jam. The Americans are starting to run now. They're starting to get into their tracks. Ronnie Jordan with a three-pointer. Ronnie Jordan with a three-pointer. Soviet Union 34. American All-Stars 26. Starting to heat up. Soviet coach Mobilsky is standing up now. He's a little bit concerned. Sock passes to Gorbarov. 2. Bob Helges into Mark Wells. Starting to advance that ball down the floor. Ben Anthony sees a spot. Tarakonov, out to Volkov. He'll take it to the basket, right by him. Very clever fellow, this Volkov. Over the top, nothing. Pass break possibility, Doug Stewart, 3-on-2. Passes off to Ronnie Joyner for 3. Off the board, Doug Stewart, inside, Bob Helges, intimidated. The action is getting tough under there. Soft for the Soviet Union, passes down to Vitros for 2. Soviet Union hit those open shots. 38-26. Vitros with an open 15-footer. That's the net.